All right, so I'm just going to go through a couple of slam ball exercises that are brilliant. Most of them are brilliant for generating power in your punches for boxing. Okay, so I've got a 9 kg slam ball here, but really that's fairly heavy for most of the exercises. If you're just starting out, really you want like a 5 kg or a 6 kg slam ball. And all we're going to do for this one is a slam, basically a medicine ball slam. Okay, so the ball is going to be in between your feet there. You want your feet shoulder width apart. We're going to squat down and pick the ball up, keeping our chest up. Don't bend forwards, okay? Keep our chest up, pick up the ball and come up nice and straight, as high as we can. Straight arms, really come up as high as you can. You're using your core more then. If you want to, you can even come up on your toes like so, and then slam it down as hard as you can, really trying to generate as much force as you can. Okay, so again, picking the ball up, slam it down as hard as you can, up and down, up and down. The key thing to remember there is come up as straight as you can, and when you come down, make sure you bend your knees and you're squatting and slamming at the same time. Okay, so don't slam like this. All right, we want to make sure we're bending our knees, slamming it down, generating as much force as we can, trying to break the floor. Okay, that's as much power as we want to use in those slams. Okay, cool. So another slam ball exercise we can use, very similar to the slam, but more rotational now. So it's usually good for your obliques and good for your hooks and stuff like that. So we're going to be in the same position as we were with the slam. What we're going to be doing is picking it up, okay, and then rotating round and slamming down to one side. Okay, so let me do that again. So the ball is in between our feet are shoulder width apart. We're going to pick the ball up, come round, rotate right above our head, round, and slam it down as hard as we can. Okay, and again, round, and you just keep going. If you wanted to, you could go that way round, rotate, generate as much force as you can, and then straight back up and over to the other side if you want. Or you can just focus on one side, do however many reps, say 8 reps, and then do the other side. Okay, so let me just quickly demo it. The other side, round, and slam it down as hard as you can. Again, bending our knees when we're slamming it and generating as much force as we can, straight into the floor. All right. So another great slam ball exercise that we can use for boxing is basically you're going to need a wall and a slam ball, obviously. We're going to be standing in boxing stance, okay? Whether that's southpaw or orthodox, you're going to do both, okay? So you want to always be working on your rear punch, okay? So we're basically in boxing stance here, fairly close to a wall, and we're going to basically rotate round. It's a similar motion to a hook. We're going to really use our hips and our core here, rotate and throw it at the wall as hard as we can, okay? Generating as much force as we can. So from there, if you can catch it, it's all good. If not, just let it drop and start again, okay? From there, rotate round, generate as much force as you can, okay? On this side, again, switch stance every time, okay? Make sure it's your rear hand each time. So we're switching stance, orthodox and southpaw, and we rotate as hard as we can. Really rotating our hips, using that core. Okay, so again, that's really good for generating power in your hooks. Okay, so another exercise that we can use the slam ball for, this isn't really boxing specific, but it's targeting muscles that most people don't really use much, and those muscles are your hamstrings, okay? So this is a killer, this should really hurt. So we're basically gonna be doing glute bridges, but our feet are gonna be trying to squash the medicine ball, okay? So we're gonna put our feet on top, but slightly to the side, all right? We don't want them straight on top. We want them to the side a little bit, okay? All we're gonna do is push our feet together as much as possible, really try and pop that ball, and we're gonna go up and down, okay? Just bring our hips up and down, like a glute bridge, but we're just trying to squash that ball. And I promise you, after just a couple of reps, you'll really feel it in your hamstrings, okay? You just got to make sure you concentrate on squeezing that ball, really pushing your feet into that medicine ball, slam ball, okay? So from this side, just to demo it, we're here, push your feet together and drive those hips up, okay? Really squeeze your feet together, try and pop that ball, and I promise you'll feel it in your hamstrings.